Good evening and welcome to our inside scoop on the bubonic plague.
The Black Plague, also known as the bubonic plague, has shifted Europe drastically.
Coming out of the east, the Black Death reached the shores of Italy in the spring of 1348, unleashing a rampage of death across Europe.
We have lost 1/3 of Europe's population, and it is still killing thousands of people each day.
We are now going to take a deeper look on the disease that kills the people.
The first way to get the plague is by an infected flea biting you. A second way the plague infects a person is by attacking the respiratory system, and it happens by breathing the exhaled air of a victim. Once the plague is in your bloodstream, the lymph nodes in the armpits, groin, and neck will start to swell and turn black. After these swellings occur, the infected person starts to get fatigue, aching limbs, and fever. As you can see, the guy in this video is shivering because of his aching limbs, and next up, the guys are vomiting because of the fever. After the fever, the lymph nodes start to swell even more. In the end, the person is zombie-like and starts to spasm.
As you can see, everyone behind me has the bubonic plague and are dying.
After the person spasms, finally, the big lumps pop and black ooze come out of them and they die.
As you just saw, the disease kills the victim quickly and painfully. That is just horrible.
Now let's talk about how the disease came to be.
In October 1347, a Genoese trading ship went to Italy, and by the time the ship got there, everyone on board was dead.
At first, people believed that cats were the carrier of the disease. We stayed away from them, and if they came close, we went running.
You know, the cats, I can't trust them. There's snakes out here, you feel me?
Later on, we realized it was the fleas on infected rats that were biting us and causing us to become sick. Once someone gets bitten, it is super easy to spread it around, so that is why so many people have gotten infected and have died. It took only a short while until the person that got sneezed on dies. As you can tell, the guy that sneezed on the other guy is dead, and now the guy that got sneezed on is close to death.
It all started with just a ship and a bunch of rats.
Now we're going to take a peek at the type of people that are infected.
Women can get the plague, but not many do because they are inside a lot and don't come in contact with fleas or people outside who are infected.
To avoid being infected, people form small communities, living entirely separate from everybody else. They shut themselves up in houses where there are no sick people, and they stayed away from everyone to avoid getting sick. Even though no one except the immune are safe, people made sure to take extra precaution and isolated themselves in order to not get sick.
Religion has played a big role in the middle of all of this, and now we're going to take a look on how it has.
During this time, people have gotten closer to God than ever, and they need Him in this time of despair and sadness. People are saying the plague is God's punishment to us because we have directed our attention and affection away from Him.
Now we're going to take an interview on one of the infected.
How long ago were you infected?
Sorry, I was infected about a couple of days ago.
And how were you infected?
This one kid sneezed on me, you know?
And what have you been, and what are the symptoms you've been facing?
I've been vomiting, coughing, shaking, and just haven't been able to get sleep.
And are the bumps on your face itchy?
Yes, they're very itchy.
The church has become very powerful, and they are the leaders in our society.
The plague has caused a great shift in Europe and has killed many people, and everyone has turned to God in this time of need.
We hope you have better knowledge of the conditions people have been living in. We'll see you next time.
Achoo!